Dear friends, I'm back with another machine on the Tryhackme, which is Jack. In my opinion, this machine is not at all easy if you don't get help from the author. Before we move forward, if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel and leave a like below. You're greatly appreciated. So enough said, let's just get started. We can, of course, we have already spawned the machine earlier, and this IP address, which has been copied into the notebook. So now we can go inside the Kali Linux VM. First of all, we need to do the port scan or service scan. And I've already done that earlier to save time. As you can see over here, I used the option of scene scan, the version scan, the default script scan, and then output the result into this file by the option of ON. The IP address has been changed a bit from the first time. From the mmap scanning, we can tell that the target has two open ports. The first one is 22, which is running SSH surface or secure shell surface, and its version number information. As we know, this version doesn't have any vulnerability. Also, we can know that the target is Ubuntu release. The second one is 80, which is running HTTP surface, and also the version information, which is Apache 2. So from the default script scan with the HTTP surface, we can tell that the target is running WordPress and also the version information. So maybe we can use such a sprite to see whether there is any vulnerability for this version. As you can see, the remote, the plugin popular posts. So maybe, this is such exploits can be used when the WordPress has such a plugin. At this moment, of course, we don't know anything about the plugin. And also, we can know that the target has robots file available. So from here, we can again confirm the target is running WordPress. So what we are going to do next is to do emulation with HTTP surface, both manually and automatically. Let's launch our browser to do the manual emulation first. And we can put the IP address of the target into the address bar. I can copy the IP address of the target from my notebook and put in the address bar. As you can see, we got the page back. However, this page is not rendered completely or properly. And we can check the source code, and we get to know, we must configure the host file to include or append this host name or domain name. All right. And also, in the meantime, we can take a look at the source code, the other parts of the source code, which doesn't reveal anything important. Next, we need to append the IP address and its host name into the host file. We can copy the IP address of a target and put it in here. And the host name is Jack, THM. And we can tunnel to T with A option, which means that append to host file. Now, if we go back to the browser, refresh this page. Now the page or the site can be rendered properly. And so what do we have to do next? We need to do some furthermore emulation with this HTTP surface. We can use Nicto. Paste in here. Nicto is always my first tool to emulate the web application because it can go through a variety of information about this web application. For example, version information, the header, the HTTP request header information, even sometimes the exploit for the web application, if it has, and also the common files or directories. Although its built-in word list is a bit small. In this case, if we come back to the lectern, nothing we can get from the lectern. In this case, next we can do the GoBuster directory emulation. And I'd like to autocomplete the command. Of course, the GoBuster can discover many files or directories because we have written that the target is running WordPress application. However, such default WordPress installation or directories are not what we want. To save time of this video, I will not wait. So I quit from the GoBuster. Next, we can use the particular emulation tool for the WordPress, which is WP scan. Jack, and the option of E, which means that emulation, and U and P. U is username, P plugin. Let's press enter. If the target is running WordPress application or CMS, we have, in most cases, we have to use this utility, WP scan, to make specific emulation, for example, like a username and the plugins. As you can see, it's done. This utility has identified 3 users. So next we can create the user dictionary, username dictionary rather, and we can use vim users Jack, Wendy, Danny. Jack, Wendy, Danny. And then we need to, of course, use the same utility to make cracking for the password of this user. And we can launch WP scan. And we can use uppercase U to specify the username dictionary. In this case, I will not use the default RockQ word list. Very often, as you can know, I always use the RockQ to crack password. However, this case, if we use the RockQ, it will take a very long time to finish. So I use the fast track, very small dictionary instead. Press enter. Because this word list is very small, about 200 words. This will not take big time. You know, I think it can be done in very short time. As you can see, it's performing password cracking against 3 users in total. We'll wait for this to be finished to see whether we can retrieve the valid combinations of username and password. If we can, then we can log into the WordPress administrator's portal. It's almost done. Okay, only one valid compilation has been found. The Wendy, maybe I can copy the password onto the notebook. Wendy. Then we can use these credentials to log in, and the default directory or page to administrator portal is WP admin. And we can put the username Wendy and its password. Login. Don't save. It's loading. I think there will be no problem. Okay, we are logging. However, from the left section, we can know this user, I mean the current user, is not administrator, right? So next, I think, to be honest, when I did the machine the first time, I got a bit lost. Next, we can use, of course, we can try to make comprehensive scanning to know or to scan the vulnerable plugin. And we can use help. Yeah, this option. Okay, we can copy URL. And we can put this option, and the value is mixed. Okay, I want to tell you at this point, it will take a very, very long time to finish. Even I'm impatient with this process. To save time of this video, I will quit from this immersion. So we got a bit lost, maybe. This is more correct word. And here we need to take a look at the hint left by the author. Press scan user immersion and don't use tools. And this one are the rules. So this is the privilege escalation vulnerability. And you can use Google and you can get this resource. However, I failed to utilize or exploit this exploit. And I got this one instead. This one can help us to elevate the privilege for the current user. As you can see, we can use Burp Suite to intercept the request and add this information. We can copy to the end of the post data. So we can copy this one and onto the notebook. And we can go to the profile. Before we hit update profile, we need to set the proxy to Burp Suite and then launch our Burp Suite. So I think this is the reason why I mentioned at the very beginning that this machine is not at all easy, because we need to get the help from the hint left by the author. Otherwise, I think it's very difficult to penetrate into the machine. Is updating the Burp Suite. Next, start Burp Suite. And then we need to make sure the intercept the proxy option. I need to forward right. Now we can update profile. We got the request. In the post data or body, we need to append this payload and go back to here, and then we can forward. Now if we go back to the WordPress administrator panel, as you can see, if you take a look at the columns on the left, which has been changed, and from here we can know that we have already become the administrator. And maybe I can turn off the proxy because we do not need that anymore. Yeah, here, as you can see, we are the administrator, and also the Jack is administrator. And now, normally, because now we have already become the administrator, and what can we do next? We need to get the initial foothold by uploading the PHP reverse shell code or file. Rather, normally the first way I always use is go to the appearance and navigate to sim editor, and we can locate the 404 template, and we can remove the original code in this file and replace it by our own PHP reverse shell code. I've already got this PHP reverse shell code ready, which you can download from the Pentest Monkey website. We can copy the entire code and then paste in here, and then we can update this 404.php file. However, the error is returned. Unable to communicate back with the site to check for fatal errors. So it means that this preferable way failed. We need to use other way. Also, as I mentioned in the other video, you have already followed my channel. The second way for me is to launch Metasploit, and let's do that. Then we can search WP admin module. Then we can use this module. We can copy the module name or path. Then we can, we do not need to change the payload. The default one is good one. Payload, not show options, sorry. And then we can set localhost to Kali Linux. We can copy the IP address from my notebook and then can paste in here, set local port number to 555. Of course, you can select other port number to be listened on, which you are comfortable with, and set the remote host to, we can set the domain name, right, or host name, Jack, THM. And also we need to set the username as Wendy. Set the password, and we can copy the password from my notebook. Now we can run. However, no session was created. Maybe you do this machine, you will encounter this problem. So how to do? For me, I I like to log out this session. Yeah, log log out, and then log in as user Wendy again. Remind me later. And then if you go back to the Metasploit console and run this module, it should be okay. As you can see, it's preparing payload authenticated without problem. So as a professional pen tester, you need to do as many tests as possible. As you can see, Metasploit session opened, and then we can get the command shell session, and we can check the version of Python. Python 2 is there, and we can import pty spawn bash. Go to the home directory to do the local immersion. There is just only one normal user, Jack. Of course, we can retrieve the user flag without problem, and also we need to get out the reminder. Yeah, please read the memo on Linux file permissions. Last time, your backups almost got us hacked. Jack will hear about this when he gets back. So I think we need to navigate to the backup directory, right? Or sport. We can go to the var. Or you can upload the limpia shell script. Backups. As you can see here, this one. Everyone has permission to this file. And this file is apparently private key for the user Jack. And we can get out this private key, and then we can copy this key and create this key locally on the Kali Linux. So we can use vim and can paste in here, right and quit. In order to use this private key, we need to change the permission, and then we can use the SSH Jack, and followed by the IP address of the target. We can copy and paste in here, and use option of I to specify the private key. I can make the font to be bigger, a bit bigger, so you can see what's going on. As you can see, yeah, we have already successfully logged in as user Jack to the target. Next, we need to do more local immersion. So this time, I think we need to get the help from the automatic shell script. We can navigate to temp directory, so the shell script or any other files can be uploaded here. And we can, of course, I've already got this limpia shell script ready. In order to upload this script or file to the target, the easiest way is to set up web server locally. And we can do that by Python HTTP server module. Now go back to, not this one. Yeah, this one. wget the IP address of the Kali Linux. We can copy. And the default port number by Python HTTP server module limpias. In order to run this script, we need to make it executable, and then we can run this shell script. When we want to elevate the privilege, I think this automatic shell script it must be used because this can help us to enumerate information, a lot of information about the target automatically. I say this, I don't mean, we do not need manual enumeration. Manual enumeration and automatic enumeration, both of them are important. It's done, and then we can scroll back to see whether we can find some vectors which are always highlighted in yellow and red color. Nothing important. Cron job information. Also some local exploits, but I don't think such exploits is workable for this machine. If you want, you can try them one by one. You can download the code from such addresses. Okay, so maybe we need to upload another utility which is also very important for the privilege escalation, PSPY utility. I've already got this file ready on the Kali Linux, so now we just use wget to upload, and we can copy the IP address of the Kali Linux followed by the port number PSPY64. And then again, we need to make it executable. And now we can run this utility. This binary is very, very powerful because it can review, process information on the target, even those belong to the root user or super user. Normally, the current user cannot access such process. So this one, as pentester, also if the target is Linux machine, we in many cases we need to use this utility. And this utility can give us some cron job information, and cron job is possibly executed by the root user, and then we can find some vulnerability or attacking vector for such cron job or task. For now, we need to give it a bit more time. As you can see here, this command, the Python is running the checker Python script, and from the UID is equal 0, which means that the root user will run this command regularly. So next, I think that we can quit from the PSPY. We need to check the permission for this file. We can copy this absolute of the Python script. Okay, the current user doesn't have permission to modify this checker Python script. However, we can get out this Python script to see what it's about, what this script is doing. As you can see, import the OS module, and we'll do the cloning from the local web server, right? So of course, now we cannot manipulate this command because this file is read-only for the current user. Next, we need to check, do we have permission to modify this OS? OS is module. Actually, this is a Python script. We call it, how do I put it? The standard module, and in the format of the Python script, we can use locate command to locate the path for this module. As you can see, this one we can copy we can display the permission for this Python script, OS Python script. As you can see, the group family have permission to write or modify this script. And you can check the membership of a current user. The jack belong to the family group. It means that the current user has permission to modify this script. So now we can use nano, and we can copy the absolute path, open up, and we can go to the end. Maybe we don't need to. Maybe at the beginning it's fine. We can put in here, and we can insert our own reverse shell code. And I've already prepared this code. This one you can get from the Pentest Monkey website or other similar website. For example, like this one. Okay. So now we just copy the Python code and paste in here. No problem. We can save by Control-O and exit. So now we can set up another listener. Oh, maybe I need to. Oh, sorry. Maybe I need to change the port number. Sorry about that. We can nano. We need to change the port number. We can use different port number. (66), right? And quit. So then we go back here and set up another listener. Can make the terminal to be bigger, and we wait for the collection from the target. Maybe 1 or 2 minutes. So I think the most difficult point for this machine is to elevate the normal user of the WordPress to the privileged user or administrator. Then the next steps would be easy, relatively. I think this should be all right. I need to check out. Yeah, no problem. At least I think so now. Maybe I'd like to pause the video, and when it's connected, and then I will come back. All right, I'm back. Sorry, I need to correct my fault. This code, this reverse shell command should be appended at the end of the os.py file, not at the header. Otherwise, we cannot get it running successfully. I can see now we have already got the shell which belongs to the root user. Then we can navigate to root directory, and then we can get the root flag without any issue. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I'd like to see you in the next one. Bye. Have a nice day.